Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Raoul from Find a Job in Germany, and I will take you on my tour across Germany. First stop will be Hamburg, then I'm going to visit a former coach here in Frankfurt, then in Stuttgart and Heidelberg, and I'm very excited to meet them all. Let's go. Everyone just arrived here after 2 hours ride from Berlin in Hamburg, and now we're heading to the place we're going to meet our coach. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back, and as I told you, we are now in Hamburg with the former coachee who just landed here 2 months ago. And we are very happy to have a talk and find out how life is here in Hamburg with Miguel. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Raoul. Welcome.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. I just left work, but I'm pretty excited to know that I'm here. This whole process has been a really good experience for me, and thankfully, and I got the successful opportunity to come to Hamburg, and I'm pretty happy that everything has happened like it has.
Wonderful, wonderful. We will talk about the process with us. We will talk about your life here in Hamburg. Miguel is from Costa Rica. He joined us in January, if I'm right.
Around that,
and
yes.
It was winter for sure.
Yes.
And then we started the process with you. You got in around about 3 months then.
Yes,
the offer?
I would say that I got this position around March, and yes, I would say around 2 or 3 months I got the job.
Great. And how did the process for you went when you just recap? What was your experience?
It was pretty interesting because, the first 2 weeks it was training, of course. You guys, you give this guidance of how you should follow and do the interviews in all the sense of, the whole process. And after those 2 weeks, I think that 1 week after, I started receiving a pretty good amount of job interviews, which I was really surprised, because I was not expecting to be so fast. So the whole experience was really exciting, but also I was feeling really anxious because I reached a point where I got like 11 job interview processes, and I had to do it, consecutively. And one of the things is I'm from Costa Rica, the job interviews, I have them on 4 a.m., 3 a.m. So it was pretty challenging. But thankfully, everything went well, and it was
So
pretty
yes,
nice.
the time zones are of course an issue. But when you had the interviews, you are a Golang developer.
Yes.
You also got a job as a Golang developer
Exactly.
here in Germany. How was the interview process here? Also, if you compare it maybe to the process that you are used to from Costa Rica.
I would say that the process here are more extended in the sense that there are more steps to get the job itself, which in my particular case for this specific job, it was really quick because the whole process took like 2 weeks in order for me to get the job.
And how many interviews did you have with that company?
I have, I think 4. The first one was with HR. The second one was the technical part, which was not like a really step. I just had to do homework, technical things. And then the third one was to talk with the developers of my solution. And the next one was with management, which basically were like business and my let's say my boss, and so. And then after that, I got the job offer.
Okay, nice. Let's have a talk about the technical interview. If you had a test or a coding challenge?
Yes, coding challenge.
can you give us some insights? How did that go? And was it what was the? I mean, not only with this employer, but also your experience with the tech rounds here in Germany. What can you share with the community?
Sure. I think that one of the most important things that I could gather from all this experience was that even though you get to do a lot of practical work, you must and need to have a good theory of the technical stuff, because in my experience, that's what happened to me. I was not really polished in some theory that I should be doing in secondary skills. Let's say technologies that I used before, but I haven't used it since many years.
Okay.
And some of the interview processes were asking me about those technologies, and well, I forgot since I haven't used it for a long ago. So I would say that if I would give like an advice is to have pretty well known your theory. And I mean, if you are a professional, if you work in the developing area, I mean, you will always be, of course, handling code and doing code. So I would say that shouldn't be a problem for the normal programmer. But
and from particular Golang perspective, what would you recommend a Golang developer who wants to apply for jobs in Germany? What would he or she bring to the table?
I would say that in Golang specifically, having a good understanding of concurrency, which is basically this part of let's say feature that Golang provides, having very well studied and practiced, because a lot of the Golang interviews were about that, like how to deal with concurrent programs and systems, and how you can solve, of course, the task that they are giving to you in a concurrent way. But I would say that's particular to Golang. Other than that, it's basically technical challenge that it could be done to any type of programming language.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Kubernetes microservices, is that an issue for you here, or was it an important part as well?
For some interviews, like this type of technologies, for example, Kubernetes, was something like was a deal breaker, which I was not really experienced for it. But that's the thing, like sometimes you get a job interview when in the secondary skills that you need to know, in the interview itself is like really required. So sometimes you are in this position where you go to the interview, but sometimes the position that they want is not necessarily what it shows on the website. So yes, I would say that having a good knowledge of all these technologies is really important, and that's the difficult part of development. You have to know so much and so much theory and so much practice that it can be overwhelming. It happened to me, so yeah.
And Miguel, how would you say that our program helped you to position you throughout the interview process as well, when you talk to, you mentioned CEO or the teammates, when it comes to cultural fit rounds? How was the training, and to what extent was it helpful for you?
I would say that thankfully for myself, I was really used to the way that you guys do the process. So I was pretty comfortable in the sense of culture and how you should behave and manage yourself in interviews. But it was really insightful that you guys also give tips in situations where sometimes it could be difficult, let's say with talking with management, right? I remember a question that you guys asked in the tutorials were a question that it could be done to you, like, why should we not hire you? You know? Of course, if someone asked me that, I was like, what? So, a man in business or management can do that. So even though we are professionals in our craft, sometimes you have to have this human and soft skills part, which, I mean, if you want to learn it, well, it is on you, right? So you need to adapt, of course, from your culture's perspective to how Germany has its own structure.
Good, yeah. And then you got the offer, the contract was signed, and how did the relocation process went for you, and how long did it take for you?
I was pretty fortunate because the company that hired me paid for everything, in the sense that the tickets and the relocation part of it, and it was pretty smooth. One of the things that has to have in consideration is that depending on the visa that you want to apply, your university degrees have to be valid in Germany. So I had to do that process. So it took me like a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But in Costa Rica, thankfully, I got my visa in 4 days.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
So
that is very
it's
good.
depending on the country as well, you know.
That is totally true, but we are very lucky that in November the new immigration policies will start, and it's much easier for you guys to get a blue card. You're also on a blue card, right?
Yeah.
And you don't even need a university degree anymore. We will share a video here with you as well on that topic. So from November onwards, you don't need to have a university degree anymore.
Okay.
You just need to have 3 years of relevant work experience. So you need to prove that you are a software developer in that regard, and then you can get your blue card much easier. Okay, so 4 days, that's quite a number, very good.
Yeah.
And then you found your place here, yeah?
Yes.
Nice. We will talk in the next part about how life is in Hamburg. We have today a wonderful day and a sunny, warm weather. And we were very excited to hear more from your life here in
Sure,
Hamburg.
no problem.
Yeah? Guys, if you want to come to Hamburg, to Germany, work here, get to know more about our program, let us know, get in touch with us. You find our contact details below that video, and you can get in touch with us and we discuss your case and see if we can also support you. And all the best to you, Miguel. Thank you very much. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
See you.